Tried to do what we asked him to do. The spirit was pretty good. The connectivity was good. So I thought it was a good first day.
What do you want to accomplish on this first day?
We want to continue laying the foundation or work on our narrative of who we are. We're going to play fast. We did it all last season. We want to see if we can play faster. We want to be more physical, and so I wanted to see that today. I saw it a little bit, but we can still up it in that area, and then we want to play together. We want to play the right way, and we were seeing glimpses of it, which is a carryover from last season. So that's what made me excited about it.
Because you have so much familiarity with these guys, do you approach camp any differently in terms of what you want to lay out in the beginning with some of these guys, or do you yourself have to be a little different?
Yeah, no, we don't have to get deep in the review of a lot of the stuff that we did last year, because last year we were laying the foundation for everything from culture to play to whatever, and we built upon that. And now we feel our guys have a pretty good feel. The neat part about it, with the new guys coming in, we have enough veterans that were here last year that use their voice and their actions to teach these guys, so we don't have to repeat a lot of stuff. So the approach is different in that regard.
You see JaVale, he's pretty much stepping up to the plate right now. He's being real vocal from day one. I know you like that too. JaVale McGee, that is.
For sure. He's an NBA champion. He's been around the block. I mean, he has a great feel for what's right and what's wrong. He's got a fantastic presence, and he's not afraid. He's not afraid, and those are some of the characteristics you got to be able to have in order to be able to speak up in front of the group.
He also said that you all had some discussion about playing on the defensive end. So you kind of like lean on him for since he's pretty much skilled in that position.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to play the right way. He's different than what we had last year with his length and his ability to block shots and or discourage shots at the rim. He's also vocal, so we need him to be vocal. We need him to step up on that end of the floor in order for us to be able to take that next step as a unit defensively.
When you look at what he can provide offensively, of course, a love threat, but how do you see him fitting in with the DHO game and pick and rolls, maybe even with Monk?
And you know what the thing I like about it, he can get in and out of a pick and roll quickly. He doesn't waste a lot of motion. Sometimes big guys, when they sprint up and they set the screen, when they roll, it's this big looping, galloping roll. But he has the ability to get up, set the screen, and dive to the rim. And even if he's just turning around, if that ball's thrown up there, he's so long, he's got great timing, great athleticism, that he can still go get it. So that's going to be big for us in the pick and roll. It's going to be big for Malik too, because we all know that Malik is a very good pick and roll player. And now when he gets downhill, if that big doesn't pay attention to JaVale, he's going to throw that lob, and it's going to open up everything else for Malik and the rest of the second unit on the offensive end of the floor. So looking forward to seeing those guys get a little bit of continuity together throughout camp.
Last year around this time, you had like the contracts for everybody to sign to give 100% or 110% buy-in. Are you doing kind of the same thing this year? Is it necessary this year with so many returners?
It's necessary because this is the beginning of a new season, and everybody needs to be all in. I mean, it's hard. I said it yesterday. I said the day before. It's hard to be all in because it's hard to go from a good team to a great team, and that's what we're striving to do. We want to compete for a championship, and the only way to do that is to have the utmost level of commitment from everybody, from all units across the board, vertically and horizontally, not just the basketball players and in the team, but I apologize, but community relations, ticket sales, medical, strength and conditioning, the coaching staff. We all have to be aligned in order for that to happen. We all have to embrace what our culture is, the way we're going to play, and if we do that, we're all in. And I value that, so we all signed it.
Okay, so a new contract was drawn up and signed already.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Mike, Sasha and JaVale in particular coming in, how much of an adjustment will the pace be, and how do you implement that and get them up to speed?
How much will the adjustment be for those guys or for us as a team?
For them to adapt and adjust to the style of play.
We were probably the fastest team in the league last year, and so it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment for JaVale because I don't know. You would have to ask him, but I don't know if he's played as fast as we want to play. which he's more than capable of doing. But doing it every single possession is the hard part. And so that's probably a better question for him. And same with Sasha. I watched him a couple of times, but I'm not sure what their philosophy was offensively and if they played as fast as we are going to play. So I think they both will have to make a little bit of an adjustment. So yes, but that's a better question.
To bounce off
There was a
that
lot of talk yesterday about family and the environment that's kind of grown here. How much pride do you take in helping to foster that? And is there other things you do as a coach to kind of bring that along?
You know, I take a lot of pride in it because I think that word is used real loosely. Everybody says, hey, we're family, but nobody really tries to show it. We're not perfect with it, but we try like the Dickens to really show that we are family and that we're here because of the players. This is a players' league. We're here to service the players, and we're going to ask and demand a lot from them, but we also want to make sure that they feel like they're welcome, and their better halves and or kids are welcome too, because they're spending a lot of time away from them throughout the course of the year. And so we try to foster that. And I do it a lot by trying to be present, trying to touch everybody, not just the players, but the wives and the kids and all that when they're here. And you just hope that everybody kind of follows your lead during the course of any interactions that you have with other people's families.
Coach, what does it mean to have Trey back, and how does he contribute to kind of that family vibe that you were just talking about?
Trey's such a good guy. He understands what's right, what's wrong. He's going to bring it every day, and you know, he gives us a lot of versatility. He can play the 4, he can play the 3, but just as importantly, he can be the 5 if we want to go small and still stretch the floor. When we know that if he is that, we're not going to get beat by a big ducking in, because Trey's going to fight like hell just to keep that guy out of the fight.
Anything new from Keegan?
You know, I mean, Keegan's his aggressiveness is welcome. You know, that's going to have to happen. And other than that, you know, he's a little stronger. I mean, I'm sure you see his arms and his body, so he could take a hit or two. But other than that, you guys will all see. I like his progress so far.
Coach, several players raved about Sasha yesterday and his shooting ability. What did you kind of see from him today on day one?
He's still learning the ropes, you know. The one thing that I did like, he didn't hesitate. We don't want him hesitating at all. If he feels like he's open at any time, let that thing fly. And that's why it's important for us to get him to understand, hey, if you don't get the rebound, get to the corner, because as good a shooter as he is, him sprinting to the corner is going to flatten the defense, because everybody's going, hey, get him. And you got a guy like Fox. You got a guy like Davion, you got a guy like Malik. Those guys bringing the basketball and their ability to get downhill and touch that paint, it's going to open up a lot of things just with his presence on the floor. And if you leave him, it's probably going to be good.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, guys.
On day one.
Just making sure everybody is locked in on what the system is, the plays, and at least the simple plays, the 1 and 2 plays. But I'm sure we have a lot more plays to go over. But you know, and a little bit of condition. That's about it.
JaVale, I don't know if we asked you this yesterday, but what's your philosophy as far as playing defense? Because you know, you're a rim protector and things like that.
What do you mean my philosophy?
As far as, you know, a
Stop
team.
the other team from scoring. That's my philosophy. Yeah.
What was your message to the group here at the end?
Just focus on the little things. We have a habit of sometimes some guys can have a whole conversation with a guy while the drill's going on, and then when it's his turn, just go and do what he has to do, because some people don't have that skill to be able to multitask like that. So I was just telling him, you got to realize who you're talking to, because you might be messing up the next guy who's trying to make the team or something. And you talking to him, yeah, you should do this, you should do that, and then he missed the drill. Now the coach see that, and it's just a trickle-down effect. So you got to know who you're talking to, and you got to focus on the game and just focus about the little things.
You're obviously very vocal. You've been around a long time in this league. When did you kind of take on a leadership role? What point did you feel like, you know what, I can have this? Has it always been like that for you?
It hasn't always been like that. It's different teams. It's different teams I go to. Clearly, you go to some teams, they already have their leaders, so it's hard to step in there and step on toes. But I'm definitely, my veteran leadership will definitely show up on this team.
Now that you've gotten the chance to work with these guys, what are your, I guess, your first impressions of this roster and this group?
Fast, very fast. We get up and down the court extremely fast, and it's fun. It's real fun. Just being in here with these guys, the excitement, the energy, it's real fun.
Is there anything along those lines that maybe, I don't know, surprises you or looks that maybe you didn't expect from this group that you now know about them?
No, I watch basketball, so no, it's not anything, nothing surprising.
This is a follow-up question though. Mike talked to you about having these guys together as far as being on defense.
Yeah, definitely bring the guys together on defense, being a vocal leader, being the anchor, the big back there, and making sure that I'm talking and being vocal and putting everybody in their spots.
How prepared do you feel like this team was for day one of camp? Do you think
Very prepared. We were messing up on little things, but it wasn't anything major. And if you weren't prepared, then it would have been major.
Is that kind of unusual to see a team this ready to go on day one for you?
Not really. We are professionals. I've been on a lot of teams, but with a lot of professionals, so it's not unusual. You really don't see a lot of guys coming into training camp not ready.
Mike's talking a lot about physicality. How do you implement that? Can you start to introduce that in training camp?
For sure. Physicality on defense and offense. We run a lot of plays for the bigs, and obviously our teammates know our plays, so sometimes they'll deny and things like that. So it's more physicality for me, at least on the offensive end, trying to get the ball than I'm used to.
And how much do you feel like you can be a part of bringing that to this group?
I feel like I definitely can be a huge part of bringing that physicality to the team. Clearly, I'm a physical player, especially on the defensive end, and we're just focusing on bringing this team together and playing the right way and playing hard.
How do you look back at the Dallas experience? Was it negative? Was it positive? Why didn't that work?
I mean, it was just separate ways. That's all it really was. There was no real reason that I can pinpoint to why. It just didn't work out. I'm never a person that really dwells on why this didn't happen. I'm more look to the future, as in maybe it was supposed to happen. Maybe it was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I was supposed to sign that contract to go there and then end up here and win my 4th championship. You never know.
Going back to leadership, De'Aaron Fox was speaking before you. What do you think of his leadership?
A great leader. A vocal leader, but also a physical leader, meaning he's out there showing you that he's working hard out there, playing defense and leading the team.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Val.
Thank you.
Here we go.
So how was your first day?
It was good, intense. I'm happy to be here, new faces, all together. The season officially starts, training camp. We're here, we're competing, we're putting work in, so I can't wait to start the games.
What was the goal of day one for you, for this team?
I think the goal is win every day, be 100% every day, give the maximum offensively and defensively, and try to become better.
In your experience, do you have more of a camp before starting a preseason game? I mean, you guys will be playing on Sunday.
Yeah, but I think everybody's in shape, everybody's professional. During the summer, everybody take care of his body, and everybody knows what it is to be here. They showed it last year. We're going to try and show you more this year. So we're ready. Everybody is ready, and everybody wants to compete.
Sasha, is that your parents right there?
No.
Okay. I didn't know. Sorry.
How does this compare to your previous experiences in overseas training camp?
Basketball everywhere is the same. Just the attributes change and the player change. Obviously, here it's way more talent and way more athleticism, but principles and basketball everywhere is the same. So I'm familiar with those things. I watch also something from last year, trying to assimilate Coach Brown's philosophy as fast as possible. So everything's good.
How's that feel? The speed, the pace? Does it feel like that's going to be?
As I said yesterday in the media, that you have to face it, you have to challenge it, and you have to be ready for it from the first day. If you cannot be ready, I'm working on 100%, trying to improve every day. So on the games to be my best version of myself.
Are you more like a quiet, taking-in guy, or do you talk a lot throughout the course?
No. I'm doing my job. I like to do my job, obviously, everybody is different. Everybody has different characteristics and characters. So I'm okay with anything and everything. So.
What is your impression of the vocal leadership from the players on the team?
As I said, everybody's different, but I think the leadership is more in the core and the way you work and the work ethic you have. It's more with your actions than verbally. So we have these type of guys here, and I'm glad.
I'm sure you already knew that you belong, but did today kind of validate that a little bit? Like, yeah, I'm here and I belong here.
Yeah, as I said, every day is going by. I'll feel better and better, And as I said yesterday, from the first moment, the whole players, every player showed me like here it's a family. So I feel great.
Sasha, you're known for your shooting. We talked yesterday about the missing only 7 over 150. Is that something that's kind of normal in a shooting drill for you?
Shooting, you have to work out every day. As you see, the ring is it's like this. The ball has to go in, so it's tough. It's like soccer where the goal is like. So you have to practice every day. Some days will be better than others, but I'm from the principle like you have to work hard and give everything a practice. So whatever you practice, you bring it again.
Sasha, De'Aaron did mention about traveling is a little bit different in international competition than it is in the NBA. Has he talked to you about those movement violations and what you should look for?
I know we're traveling a lot. I know that there are a lot of games back to back on the road. But as I said, you have to experience that. Even if I know I have friends who play in NBA, I know some stuff. I can't wait to experience everything.
Who are some of the friends in your NBA?
I have Isaiah Cannon, who play we played last year together. He played in Houston, in Phoenix. He mainly talk to me about it. I have Greek players like Papa Nikolaou, who play in Houston too. A couple of others.
When you miss only 7 out of 150, is that average?
Basically, it was I think it was a little bit more. Thank you for Fox. It wasn't 7, so no, but it was okay. As I said, every day is different. I try to make as much as I can.
With being a new guy, do you see the chemistry with the guys that have been here for a couple of years?
Yeah, a successful team has to have core. So when we see this core, 8, 9, 10 players from last year, so it's really nice and. They play with close eyes. They know their spot, so we have to catch up and we have to run and we have to be able to adjust fast and go into this court.
Building off of that, is you find it hard to build chemistry with a group that's already so tight and you're kind of coming in as an outsider?
It's not tough. It's like they let us be in the core, and that's what team means. So. We have to see and study the game and adjust, and obviously for them it's a little bit easier, the principles and the way they want to play, coach wants to play. But we know basketball, and the new guys, we're adjusting.
I know it's only one day though, but what is it like playing with Domantas Sabonis? Because he's the one going to be hitting you for those passes.
We're playing the same team, but you can see even in person is way better than on TV.
Sasha, there's been a strong European influence in this organization for many years. Does this team still have that reputation around the world, and does that kind of add to any level of comfort?
Yeah, in Europe, everybody knows Pedro and Vlade, they're Mark and now Thomas. We have Europeans, and it's good, because we can see the last 3 years MVPs are Europeans, so it's nice that the European basketball is getting better and better, and it's not like before. So especially I think the teams appreciate European basketball. Over the years, you can see that.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Josh. I appreciate you.
Thanks, brother, man.
Thank you.
He called it soccer, not football.
I appreciate it.